What's going on, world? Shout out to everybody that invited us to be here today. Shout out to my dude Nettie. Shout out to our new business partner.
Word.
Got
the ball.
Shout out to my dude Day in the cut. We in the cut. This is
We in the cut.
You heard me? You dig? We are the Cloaked garment market. You dig? We are a company that basically represents the top streetwear brands in premium fashion, streetwear fashion, pretty much the whole aesthetic as far as young entrepreneurs trying to be hands-on with the clothing industry.
Okay.
We speak on the underground mostly because that's our focus. We like to work with the indie artists because they're more on the same basis of what where we come from.
Okay.
But originally we started working in the fashion industry with a lot of the major brands out of Los Angeles, New York, Houston, places like that. A lot of well-developed brands, people who was able to basically show us the game, kind of give us guidance, start us off in low positions with their company so we can understand the ins and outs of the business aspect. I'm 26. My business partner is a little older than me, but we've been in the game for double digit.
Okay.
As far as numbers wise.
So you're well-rounded in the community when it comes to the urban wear and everything else, pretty much dealing with the fashion industry and anything else that's dealing with those markets.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, when it comes to roots, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of different brands that we work with in the past. I mean, I don't even like to get into those specific things. You just know we have definitely worked with major brands. And,
Right.
We're here to help the genre here as a whole to be able to develop a little bit further and be able to get a chance to see something different on the spectrum of streetwear itself.
Right.
As opposed to what they get, in the stores regularly.
Okay.
They're always fed a specific type of clothing, but they don't ever get a chance to see what the underground has to offer. And a lot of times, all of the stellar art and creative aesthetic as a whole comes from the underground. The major brands borrow from what we do, the underground. So.
Okay. So, like, I know you didn't want to speak on the brands and the corporations that you actually dealt with, but you can probably give me like one of them or one or two.
I just don't. I just need you to know that's not my thing.
Right.
We call the cloaked garment market for a reason. We stay behind
the scene.
We don't like to be.
What we like to say is we represent the unseen.
Okay.
And it's, an oxymoron, but that's what we basically here to do.
Right.
It takes back office production to make things happen for the forefront. And that's why a lot of people, when they see us out, they assume that they know what we have going on, or they call it a clothing line or something like that.
Right.
And, usually we let them get away with it, but as far as when we're doing business and, in the corporate world, we like to make sure people know that we're an actual marketing company. We're fashion ambassadors.
Okay.
We work in the streetwear industry. We're entrepreneurs.
Right. Word.
But we own a marketing company.
Right.
So it's a facet that comes with that vocabulary word when we say marketing. It is.
That's everywhere.
Exactly.
That's everywhere, yeah.
It has a very broad spectrum. Very broad spectrum, bro. We have our hands into things, I guess, parts of the market that people won't even guess it even existed, you know what I mean? From certain angles.
Okay.
But not to get off subject, your question was, what brands have we worked with in the past that we feel comfortable speaking on? Me personally, if I would give you 2 or 3 brands off the top of my head that we work with that are worldwide known, it would be Diamond Supply, Kennedy Denim, and probably Black Scale. Just the 3 top brands that I know people are comfortable.
Right, I know a few of those brands.
Okay,
right. Yeah,
and I would say I would hope to be able to say that we're probably the reason why people in this demographic of the South are the
ones fucking with them.
Right.
That's why y'all know about that.
Okay.
We place them in the stores. We put them on the hip hop artists, the DJs, the local guys who are in charge of things like this. You know what I'm saying? We get into the streetwear. It's a lot of people who own streetwear companies and have ownership with funds and financials in the streetwear industry, but they're not living in the streets, or they're not really from the streets. They just like the image. They fuck with what we're doing.
And they know that they can use that too to be able to sell product.
Make that money. Make that shit.
This image is very, very, very popular.
Marketing.
It's utilized in many different ways. If you look at it, you got the newest cereal commercial with hip hop overtone. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. You know what I mean? It's it's a real life thing. And when it comes to the people, we actually touch those people. You know what I'm saying? We actually touch those people. We touch the people in the streets to be able to convey to the corporations what it is they want or what they try to emulate in the market. You know what I mean?
Well, one of our most recent business interviews or business sit downs we had where someone asked us about our company. Just to touch on basically what he was saying was, we speak the language that the major companies who are usually ran by people that look nothing like us.
Right.
We speak the language that they don't speak.
Right, so they need us.
So they need us. But at this point, they're not willing to pay us what the value of what our work is.
Right.
So what we did was we learned the game from them, and then we came back home.
Push your own shit.
Pushed our.
You better. That's the best way to move. If you can't push your own, I'm about to say, if you can't push your own, then we got a major problem if you learned that much knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so you want to take that and run with it.
It's alchemy, man. It's creative. It's creative energy from its purest place. You know?
We turn art into business. People that do things that they just feel like is usually something that it will be a hobby.
Right.
And we take them and turn them into an independent artist. And we put them in the industry.
Okay.
Put their brands on an artist who may have way more market value than what their brand represents. But now, after you didn't work with our company, because we focus on product placement specifically, because we know the value of that, seeing other people wearing other things.
Right.
We know basically the ins and outs of how to do that on the street level,
okay,
but still be able to keep it respected on the corporate level too. When we sit down with those majors, they respect the work that we've done, although it's on the street level.
Street level, right.
That's
what they want the street. They want the street because they know the street is going to sell for the most part. But you know, have you guys ever like made clothes like with a sewing machine and stuff?
Oh, yeah. We artists. We're artists.
The craft, the creativity.
Seamstress, huh?
I'm
what
more
is it?
I'm more like the traditional art. I'm more into acrylics and paints and stuff like that. I don't do. I started out as a visual artist.
Okay.
You know, I never really dealt with the streetwear as a whole until I saw a way to make it grow and grow it for myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I was always into dressing myself as a substitute for being able to paint every day because I couldn't paint every day. I couldn't do that type of art every day and sustain from it.
So you get fresh on them.
So I found myself dressing to be able to compensate for that.
This is our art.
Mm-hmm. And everyone wanted to know, how did you get that? Where did you get that from? When did that happen? This and that. So
put it together.
Well, it's history too. You know, you have to know what you're wearing first.
Right.
And you have to be able to connect it to the people that's current. You know?
Right.
Because everything is gonna come back. Fashion is revolutionary, man. It's gonna keep going around and around.
It's recycle.
Yeah, man. But as far as like seamstress, I always had to outsource.
Okay.
From a personal standpoint, I don't know about my.
For me specifically, I'm kind of like my business partner. We started off as artists.
Okay.
Most black men are into art. You know what I mean? So you grow up doing graffiti, and those guys are wearing streetwear. Whatever's happening on the scene. You grow up listening to hip hop music. Fashion is incorporated in hip hop. So hip hop is the art.
Okay.
Graffiti is the art. So when I say we're artists in the purest form, we're artists representing other people's art and trying to put them in business with other artists.
Right.
So we can get paid in the corporate world and be respected as. This art is how we're living.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's really the focus as far as like, although I started as a visual artist myself, you know, doing graffiti or, you know, talent. I was in TAB in high school, you know what I'm saying? So we did all type of different art projects and stuff. So that was cool, but I've always dressed a specific way. Like my partner said, basically to express. It's like a form of expression, and expression is art.
Okay.
So what we just basically wanted to do was be able to live off our expressive or our art as an expression and turn it into a business.
Okay.
And that's basically where turning that artistic, that love for art, we turned that into what was happening in the fashion world because we were already living the fashion world. So basically, we turned what our lifestyle was as artists into a business.
There you go.
And that's really what we're trying to represent.
So when people be screaming that lifestyle, we lifestyle.
No, for real, yeah, like really.
Yeah, we lifers. Like,
y'all hear them guys, man. Them boys, they do this shit for real, man. Get your weight up.
Live streetwear, man. It ain't nothing you gonna talk to me about in streetwear that I ain't already
know about, right?
Lived it, right?
I could tell you some stuff that's about to happen that's gonna blow your mind when it happens. So just know.
So do you guys like put together pop-up shops and fashion shows, and do you guys put those push-outs for those type of events?
We're curators. A curator is basically somebody that does all of those things. We basically sit down, smoke a lot of weed, put together ideas, figure out who's really about the business behind it.
Okay.
It's a lot of people that'll sit down with you and talk business to get your information, or just maybe just to figure out if you really about what you about, or you say you about. But we sit down and we smoke and we talk business. We create high ideas. Shout out to my high ideas family. We create high ideas and basically we manifest them. We sit down with people that are actually taking steps towards the things that they talk about. So we've been doing pop-up shops for at least 8 years. I could say easy. It is, and I just say 8 just because documented popular events from Houston Sneaker Summit to Agenda Trade Show to the Magics, the and not even to focus on the major events. We do regular pop-up events consistently in New Orleans, Houston, Atlanta. Anywhere we can get to locally, to us locally is whatever states we can get to in a car.
Okay.
We'll take flights to LA and New York.
Right, because that's 3 days. That's
we got lives. We got children. Shout out to the fathers that's working and still making it happen.
Real life,
because it ain't easy. So we doing that, but we still, finding a way to create a independent market for people to actually do business to where they feel like it's their art.
Okay.
You dig? That's really what we wanted to be a lane for. Because we worked with so many major people, their energy is just not the same as the underground energy. And although we appreciate everything we learned from the big brands and the brands who we consider over the brands that we work with now on a local level,
right?
The potential in the brands that we working with now are the same potential of the brands that we learn game from.
Okay.
So that's how our market kind of operates. We kind of shop and pick specific brands that have a specific asset to them, a potential about them.
That's already created a lane for themselves, and they looking for the boost in potential, the network, the connection, the everything that we would be able to offer them. So everything that we would be able to incorporate in our services to them as a brand. So
if people wanted to get in contact with you guys, how would they get in contact with you guour
main contacts would be Instagram, social media, Facebook, Twitter. Our main business focus hashtag right now is our hashtag. It's called the Cloaked Garment Market. I'll make sure they hashtag that when I say that on the video.
Okay.
My edit guys, shout out to y'all. We need to get that hashtag. It's called the Cloaked Garment Market.
Make sure y'all spell it right for my people, man.
It's THECLOAKED MARKET. The Cloaked Garment Market. GARMENT is garment. We gonna get that right for y'all.
Y'all gonna see it. It's gonna be right there at the bottom.
The
weed. Hashtag that the weed. Shout out my dude, man.
Shout out to the Look for the hashtag, man. We are streetwear dope dealers. That's also our other hashtag, streetwear dope dealers.
Real quick. What's your favorite sneaker?
Favorite sneaker off the top? It would have to be the Air Up Tempo. I want to give y'all the model. It's a Scottie Pippen Air Up Tempo, I believe. All white, black toes, navy blue, bubble. Favorite sneaker. It was on above the rim. If you ever seen Marlon Wayne on above the rim, he had them on. Yeah, that would be my favorite sneaker off the top of the dome.
My man.
Of all time, or
favorite sneaker?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna hip you to something. I lived a couple decades already, so sneakers is kind of like if we talking kicks, I'm gonna have to ask you like from what angle we going.
I don't know.
You ask me favorite.
Let's put it 90s. Let's put it in the 90s. Let's go 90s. Let's go around 92 to 96.
From 92 to 96.
Sneaker. That's sneaker epidemic.
Yeah. No, I got you. My favorite sneaker personally was the Nike Air ACG Mohawk running trail sneaker. It was a mid top.
Okay.
Came in a couple different colors, navy blue and tan, like new buck. But it was the first revolution that Nike had with meshing trail and running technology.
Okay.
The very first go round when Nike did it the first time.
That sound like some hardcore. That's a hardcore shoe right there.
Vintage.
Like it's tough.
Dude,
we work in vintage. So vintage is another facet.
Man, come
when
on,
we're not working with independent brands. We shopping.
We say we can't go kicks.
Man,
say we can't go kicks.
Yeah, man, we be talking all night.
Yeah, that's the purpose. We want to talk all night. You know, we already in the cut. We talking about sneakers, fashion. We talking about everything, man. You already know how I go. Fat City, Rack City. I got the boys in the building, man. The real boys, man. Y'all already know what it's hitting for. That gear.
Yeah.
We live, baby. Check it out, Fat City, Rack City. I'm in his daddy with the daddies, man. You already know the granddaddies of fashion. If you ain't playing with them, you ain't reckoning. You hear me? You got to be at the play yard. The play yard is full of fashion and clothes and everything else, bro. Sneakers, headbands, watches, hats, whatever, bro. Whatever you want, anything you think about, man. It could be a fucking piece of glove that go on the finger. My man's gonna line it up right, and he gonna put it in our community so we can rock it right. You already know how it go, man. Let them know how we rocking. What's coming up?
Real life, this how we rocking. It's the Cloaked Garment Market, the streetwear dope dealers. This what we got lined up for y'all. We got New York in August. We got a live artist is going to be doing individual sneaker designs on the specific sneaker that drops on a specific day in August. We're not going to tell y'all what.
Oh, that sounds too exclusive.
And guess what? It's going to be in Harlem.
Harlem,
New York.
So
send them up the uptown.
That's August. We going backwards because they asked about the summer, so we going backwards. Nutty, what's our itinerary for Houston? We got a show in Houston with House of Raps. The Cloaked Garment Market gonna be merched out. It's gonna be all the homies that's coming to spit off the dome, and they gonna have track lists lined up for y'all. My dude just dropped the album. Go get that pit. We got Chuck English show in New Orleans.
The day after that.
Are we in New Orleans?
We are in New Orleans.
We got Chuck English in New Orleans for y'all.
The day after that
with Chuck. We got lineup at the Handsome Willie's Bar on Fridays. Every Friday, y'all come through. We set up in the back. We got Howlin' Wolf lined up. We got a skateboard party lined up in the Howlin' Wolf. The ramps are being built right now as we speak. Shout out to my High Ideas No Trees family. We also just opened a skate park in Kenner a few days ago. If you haven't been to Westwood Skate Park, you need to get up and go take your ass to Westwood Skate Park and see a piece of New Orleans history that really happened, that we all came together and made happen. Shout out to
check
Phil.
that out.
Yeah, I need to go see that.
Peace to Phil.
We lined up. We consistent, so just look for us, man. But
and
that's just off the dome.
And in between that, we in Atlanta, we politicking with everybody that's hot. We got gear on everybody that's hot.
Shout out to Jet Life.
Shout out to the Jets. Shout out to all the homies. Shout out to everybody in Houston. Houston is love. Stone. I can't wait to get back out there. Shout out to the homie. Shout out to my family, Jay Stone. Out of Onyx in Houston.
Word. Shout out 44 Acres Home.
In between all those plans, we got other plans.
We have a party at Onyx coming up. Yeah, I don't want to give them too much.
No, don't say shit.
But just we have a party at Onyx.
Big ass party coming up.
And you will want to link up with NO Trees, High Ideas, and the Cloaked Garment Market. Shout out to the shout out to Don P Radio. Yep. We got another interview coming up. Y'all look for us on the internet. We working, bro. We consistent. Shout out to my dude, man. I appreciate y'all for having us.
You already know, Fat City, Rack City, baby. The best wave we got, baby.
Definitely.
The weed. Make sure y'all hashtag that. I'm Fat the Barber, Fat City, Rack City. This is, you already know the Cloaked Garment Market.
Look for it, because that's what it is.
Peace, people.
Even in the dark, I am the enlightened one. I'm trying to pass the homie somebody lighting one. I weather the storm, just holler when the lightning's done. I'm living for the thunder, nutty got me sipping, tipping, think I'm going under. I think I see my ancestors dancing in my slumber, and they say they got my number. And they gon' hit me on my hip from the fucking mothership. Yeah, I'm on some other ship, and I'm back in the booth. Yeah, I'm back in the pit, back smoking funky.